Okay, you guys, welcome back to the channel. You know who it is. This is Urban Trivia Buzz, and it's still buzzing out here. It's another week, another day, another dollar, and that's just how we roll. But you guys, there's some rumors circulating. Don't know if it's really true, because a lot of time bloggers put out, a little bit of information about situations that could be true and not really there yet. We don't really know, but doing some research, because that's what I do, with a little bit of my journalistic instincts, did see a video about Khaotic trying to leave love and hip-hop because of the scrappy Khaotic beef. Okay, so we know we're in week 2 of the show, and we're getting to see, the show, the tour, Atlanta Hip Hop, loving hip hop, right? So, on Instagram, everybody's gramming right now. Everybody's showing London. They're in Europe. They're, doing some promos, and they're hitting the tours and everything, which I know already, that's stressful in itself. Like, going over there, like, if you haven't been, like, that's a whole beast over there when you try to do that, because it's exhausting, it's draining, and then on top of that, you have a little bit of beef going on anyway. Oh my goodness. So Khaotic took to the YouTube, basically stating that while in London, I guess a lot of the producers or the behind the scenes, they're trying to connect the guys back because, they have to work together. They're co-workers too, So we do this every day out here. Some people have beef at work with, or imaginary beef sometimes, because like you be having co-workers hating on you for no reason. Like, we getting the same pay possibly, or something like that, or putting out the same work. You know how it go. But these guys are co-workers, so they have to intermingle, and still they have to be able to wipe their face a little bit and then put on a show for the show. So apparently there was a meeting of the minds where there was an attempt to get these guys together, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well. Scrappy, he's still Scrappy. People think the beef is fake, and I think Khaotic first put it out that, it was fake, and it might have been at the beginning, but right now it's done went so far, it's not fake anymore. Once the skits started hitting, once the diss records started hitting, there's no longer fake beef. You can't fake a diss record. You can't fake a sketch shooting at somebody, mocking them, and clowning them, okay? You know what I'm saying? We got to take this back to like in the 90s. We're not there right now, but just think how it was when a diss record got dropped. Y'all remember? Some of you guys remember, like once that happened, it's real beef. It's real. So apparently, there was another incident during this sit down in London. Like, y'all over in London acting a plumb fool, like they already looking at you strange over there, because they, it's the American thing, and then the culture, the hip-hop thing, and it's just like some parts over there are not too familiar with how we get down. Now, don't get me wrong, now they have a whole following too over there. Like, there's a hip-hop culture in London, but a lot of parts is upsetting. They upsetting. So y'all, I'm not even gonna say y'all. Apparently, Scrappy is still carrying the beef to the point where he tried to do another altercation. Khaotic took to his page, basically saying he's done. He's done, and it's not on no seemingly coward stuff. I think he's trying to just bow out of the fight before it comes to major blows, because they've been jabbing, they've been punching 1-2, and maybe some uppercuts here and there, but it ain't been no knockdown drag outs. and I think that's what he's trying to prevent, and I commend him for that. Hats off to that. If that's why you want to do it. It's so sad that that's what's happening, because he was an asset, in my opinion, to the franchise, to Love and Hip Hop. But we already kind of knew from what he was trying to do anyway. He said it before when Scrappy and Khaotic was already branching out to try their show, Pick a Side, on that Now That's TV. So they had already kind of said a couple of things, and I peeped some stuff. Khaotic, he wants to branch out. He don't want to stay stagnant. But I will say this though, because I'm gonna keep this short. But I do think if he decides to branch out and pursue other things, him keeping his personality is great, but I think he should try something else as far as with doing the sketches and stuff like that, because they will get old after a while. You know what I mean? Like, you running with Shakana, sorry, and filming and doing that and making little jokes and stuff like that. Okay, it's cool the first 1-2 times, but after a while it's like, okay, I don't know, like, unless y'all gonna have to create some kind of fake stuff, and like we already know, like if y'all come out and like, oh, we're in a relationship, we know that's fake. Or what y'all gonna do? Come out with some beef? We know that ain't happening. Like what would it do? What could y'all do? Like you running skits back to back, kind of like Tyler Perry movies. You putting them out. You putting them out back to back to back to back. So like, I would advise him, if I was his PR or someone in the camp, like, okay, if we're gonna go another route, it's time to like put the thinking cap on, bubble up, and think of some other things to do on our own network, on the YouTube, if he chooses to do the YouTube or something like that. Like, he can get some scripted stuff. There's some great writers out here, you guys that's wanting to branch out, and this goes not just for him but for all entertainers. Like, look to the streets. There are great writers, there are great editors, there are great producers, there are great DJs, there are great people out in the streets, up and coming, that are hungry and willing to put a different eye on what's been out here. You know what I mean? Like, us writers, you have to look at some writers, like not everybody's gonna write the same script. You know what I mean? Like, there's other things. So branch out. Like, look, hit the gram. That could be a little thing you could do. Like, if you want to do like a little movie or a little bio or something like that, branch out. Look for your fans, because we watching you for a reason. We admire what you do, and it's something in us that we see in you. And I'm pretty sure if they start doing that, it would be vice versa. And I think it'll be mutual beneficial for these entertainers and for these artists. But once again, it's very sad that Scrappy, he is gonna be the last man standing on this right now, as from what we hear, and from, like I said, from the drop tape from Khaotic saying that he just can't do it no more. Now, will he change his mind? Possibly, because contracts were signed. You know how I feel about contracts, and I know with that, he's probably gonna have to figure out how to finagle out of that contract. That's not easy, but we're gonna keep it locked. We're gonna keep our ear to the streets, and we're gonna keep buzzing and find out what the buzz is here on Urban Trivia Buzz.